#meet the agents. Today we have an agent here, Aries, Marquez, who's very knowledgeable about Alhambra Village and all places in Ras Al Khaimah. Welcome, Aries.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining the show, Aries.
Yeah.
Aries, so why don't you begin with telling the viewers a little bit about your history, your biography. What was your first job, perhaps?
I've started working in cement industry, manufacturing industry for the last 13 years. I've been working as a sales executive, but I do more on back support for the finance, the logistics, the dispatch, and I do more on import-export. I'm the one who's doing all the paperwork for the certificate of origin, the cement that goes to Oman and back and forth. Yeah.
So it's mainly sales and
customer support, finance back support, and treasury back support. And I know how to do the LC and the LGs and the banking transactions with big companies on whatever facility they have. So it's a very good experience that I had with my previous company.
All of this you have learned over the past 13 years became very useful when you joined.
Yeah, exactly. Because I had the opportunity to meet all these big people in the construction industry. And the good thing about it is that when they purchase bulk cement, you know where will be the projects are.
So then you have a slide of it.
Yeah, and then you will know who's the contractor.
Yes.
And you will know who's the developer, you know?
So that became very advantageous for you.
Yeah, it's a plus for me.
Because you know where the new things are coming.
Exactly.
So Aries, another question. So outside of work, what are your hobbies tend to be?
I have a very, very interesting hobby.
Okay.
I'm an outdoor guy and a family man. So most of the times I spend my weekends or my off days with my family. We do camping. We stay on the beach for 2-3 days with my kids and my wife and with my dogs. And then as a hobby, I'm an off-roader. I do off-road in the desert. And then I do drives going to the mountains and stuff. I come there with my kids and with my friends.
And Jebel Jade here or
all over UAE.
All over UAE.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite outdoor activity?
My favorite outdoor is camping.
Camping. Yes, I love camping. Okay. Aries, so how long have you been here in Sherwoods?
I've been here in Sherwoods since April this year. I've been working now for what, 2-3 months now?
And how long have you been?
I've been with the real estate industry for 1 year and 4 months now.
4 months. Okay.
Because I just recently joined from the other company last January. And then I decided to move to Sherwoods.
Interesting. What's one thing you like about Sherwoods compared to any other companies?
What I like about Sherwoods is they're transparent, you know, a very relaxing workspace.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
And the best part is very, very supporting management. That's the most important thing. And for me, the last 1 year, I learned a lot working in real estate. And the key to have a good success in real estate is you have to have a good support from your company, from the management.
Okay, and a good team working along.
Exactly, with a good team.
Yeah, and you've seen that we have
Yeah.
All right, that's wonderful actually, and it's good that Jaden has also done that.
Yeah, he's very supporting all the way, and I love it.
Yes, same here. Aries, I have 5 questions just to know you.
5 questions?
5 questions.
Okay.
Just to know you. So everyone here knows you that you specialize in Pacific. You're the Pacific master, but I don't think anyone realizes or knows why you like Pacific so much. Why is the reason you specialize in Pacific?
In Pacific, you know, you know what the client wants. You know the specific requirement the client wants in Pacific. Like for example, you came to me and you're looking for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
2-bedroom, full CV. In Pacific. How many 2-bedrooms in Pacific? It's in A, B, C, D, E, and F. And all the full CV are A, B, and C. and the D.
Okay.
And you have only like few options to choose from.
Okay.
And then second thing, you have to ask them, do you prefer low floors or mid floors or high floors? And you don't need to go to anywhere. Just go to the building, call the owners, if it's for sale or not, and that's it.
Would you like to maybe give some quotes on prices that are currently going on for rent?
Currently, prices in the last 2 months are picking up in, especially Pacific. The 2 bedrooms now, like a few months back, it cost around like 750, 800. Now,
Yeah.
minimum full sea view, fully furnished investment property tenanted will cost you 1 million and up. 1 million and up. And you will be surprised when you see all those 2 bedrooms upgraded properties in Pacific. I have one client, it's like he totally changed everything, layout inside. And it's a totally like, I've been working in Pacific for the past year.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I saw that kind of unit. And it's amazing. It's lovely and he did a lot of work.
What does a property like that go for? Just in the
Now, if you can ask my honest opinion about it, full sea view with those kind of upgrades they did, 1.3, 1.4.
Ooh, 1.3.
Yeah. And
It's only going up from
it's going up, it's going up. And if you're gonna ask me honest opinion about it, this is the best time for the owners or whoever has a property in Pacific to sell their properties now.
And for buyers, it's the best time to buy.
And for buyers, this is also the best time for them to buy because now the market is appreciating and people are liking now what's going on in the island.
Marjan Island.
Yeah, Marquez Island, yeah, with this casino thing coming up and
So you worked in Ras Al Khaimah for almost 1 year and 4 months, right? As in real estate? Or is it just in real estate in general?
Yeah, in just in general, same in this area also I work here.
Okay, and would you ever consider switching to real estate in Dubai?
It came to my mind to work in Dubai, but when I saw the things that you need to do, I mean,
It's just
the clients have options. You know, client specific areas they want to know. And Dubai is so big.
Big, so you'd have to be knowledgeable in almost more than one area.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of headache.
Exactly, but Ras Al Khaimah is like, there are options that you can go to Min Al Arab, Al Amar Village, and most of the freehold areas and Marquez Island. So the client is very specific on the requirements and you have only 3 options that you can give them.
So it's a lot more simpler.
Lot more simpler, and the process here is more simpler. Like when you sell a property, you only have to ask this little paperwork, not like Dubai, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's a blessing.
Yeah, I love Ras Al Khaimah. I've been here for the last 15 years, and I saw how Ras Al Khaimah grow like this. So
Yeah,
I call it my home. So I rather stay here and give it back to the community.
But you travel once in a while to Dubai, right? Just
Yeah.
to enjoy it? Also, okay. My third question would be is, what would you consider your best quality as an agent? Something that people should come to you for?
My best quality, you should tell me that. Okay.
Okay. If I had to tell you that, I would say what I think. It's your honesty and your knowledge. If someone was making an investment, you deal with majority of investment clients.
Yes.
So I think you're very knowledgeable especially if it's a new client who has no idea what's happening.
Exactly.
You're the perfect person to let them know
Exactly.
where to invest, how long it will take to get back, recover your investment.
Exactly.
That's what I personally think.
Because what I think, and what I feel is that it's not about just you sell the property to your client,
No, definitely.
Because that money that they're going to pay you is a hard-earned money.
Yes.
They save that money for years, so they can have their dream home,
Yes.
dream house, beachfront, full sea view, top floor. So give them all the options, give them all the possibilities. What are the pros and the cons? It's not like, okay, I want to sell the property and get my commission and done. No. For me, it's building a relationship with the client. Long-term relationship.
That's a good mentality you have, because many of the people think that agents, they just sell property and that's it. They move on to the next client,
even if the client can pay you cash now like 1.5 million, or buy that villa, buy the townhouse 1.5 million. Okay, fine, you have the money, but see, in the long run, what's in it for you? You know?
That's true.
What are the pros and the cons when you're going to purchase a property? Or what will be the disadvantage, or what will be the difference with buying an off plan to a ready unit?
Right.
Or what will be the advantage of buying a newly built villa or townhouse compared to buying an existing project of villa or townhouse? It's been sitting there for the last 10, 15 years, and you never know what will happen. And then at the end of the day, you're paying the same amount.
That's also true, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd rather go with the new one. At least you know what's going on.
And I also think many times clients that you previously dealt with come back to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because you've helped them before and you kept close contact with them.
Exactly.
So that's also
It's not only on the business side, but only on the friendship side, relationship going on right now. And I'm proud to say that I'm happy with what I did, because it's not the only client that I closed who came back and bought multiple properties from me. So the authenticity and you deal with your client,
Yes.
honestly, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's very important. So number 4, my fourth question
Okay.
is, what is the most difficult or difficult thing that you've dealt with, or the most difficult experience you had in this field, and how did you solve it?
Okay. The most difficult one?
The difficult client, maybe the difficult property.
This the client who has a money, loads of money,
Yeah.
and then wants a specific property, and then wants that to changes to the property, and just to get the price down. But it's part of the sale.
Yeah. Okay.
But the hardest part is that once the client signed the MOU,
Yes.
and then
They back out.
they back out.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once they signed the MOU, and the seller did sign the MOU, and then at the end of the day, the eagerness for the client to purchase a property subsides,
Subside. Yeah.
and you're done.
Yes, and it takes a long time. Then that.
And it's really difficult to recover, even though you did your best. But once that subsides, it's like a 60-40% of getting the chances of having it back on the track.
Yeah. So would you say that it's best to back off on the deal and find another property, or do you usually?
No, I usually let it cool down for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then just have a normal conversation with the client, not dealing anything about property purchase.
So you, okay.
Yeah, it's like regular conversation, here, hi, hello, what's up, what's going on, And then later on, you get back on track. But it takes time, it takes time.
It takes time.
Especially clients who want a lot of money,
Yeah.
because they know what they want.
Okay. Then that will push us kindly to 5th question.
Okay.
Which is, would you rather work with a client who doesn't listen to you, or who doesn't know what they want?
I can work with both.
Both clients.
Yeah, but I prefer the client that will listen to me with
Because you're knowledgeable.
Yeah.
You can tell them about what. If they don't listen to you, they're just.
I prefer a client who is asking questions. I prefer a client who wants to know everything.
Yeah. Okay.
I prefer a client who wants to know the pros and the cons. I want to know a client who's willing to invest with all this risk it's
So
coming.
you want them to ask any doubt, any questions they have
Exactly,
before
exactly.
you can sell the property.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
our responsibility as well to inform them about it.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, it's their money, it's their hard-earned money,
Yeah.
and you want them to have it enjoy.
Enjoy. Yeah, exactly. Just a question I've thought on the top of my head. If you had, let's say, a cold lead that you haven't contacted for a long time, but they're willing to make a big investment, and you have another lead that is hot, they're ready to
Yeah.
buy, but it's a shorter investment or a small investment. I know you would go for both and do it both,
Yeah.
but if you had to choose one, which one would it be? Because if I was to think about it, the cold lead, they may or may not buy. It
Yeah.
might be a waste of time. Whereas if you focus on the people that are interested in buying immediately, you have a better chance of closing the deal, but you
Yeah.
get less.
It's a Honestly, it's either of the two.
Either of the two.
Either of the two, yeah. Because you cannot tell, especially in real estate,
Yeah.
Especially when they jump to other agents. That's why when I'm in doing a cold calls or somebody will call me and so
Yeah.
there's an inquiry coming in, I usually ask how you deal with other agents.
Other agents.
before you
I noticed that.
before you tell them, because you have to explain to them that we're working in a small market.
Yeah.
Ras Al Khaimah is a small
Very
market.
small.
Freehold areas, Nina, Alhambra Village, Marjan Island. That's it.
Yeah.
And there's like tons of agents here working, and
All
hungry
hungry for the same basket.
all hungry for like doom.
Yeah.
So at least you know where to put yourself,
Yes, that, so you don't waste your time.
Exactly, and
Okay.
then at least you have to ask them, okay, what are the properties that have you saw? What are the top properties that you viewed? What are the areas that you went to? And how many agents have you originally viewed? And if you're familiar with the unit numbers that you saw, so just let me know. At least at the end of the day, I won't be wasting your time, and you won't be wasting my time.
Yeah. I think this is one skill that you've taken on from your previous years.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, because not many agents, personally, I don't even take, well, it's not I don't take the time, but I don't always question it. If I get a lead, I sometimes, like, okay, they must be interested, why would they contact me in the first place?
Exactly.
Which could go either ways, to be honest.
Yeah.
Alright guys,
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you Aries for joining us. It was a
Thank you
wonderful
very much.
episode. Guys, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button and stay tuned for our next episode.
Salamat po.